The following is a special presentation of 18 WJTS Sports. Welcome to Indiana High School football on 18 WJTS TV. This game of high school football is proudly brought to you by Southern Indiana Propane, Liuna Indiana Laborers District Council, Uvalor & Son Chevy Cadillac Toyota, DuBois County Tire, Carpet Warehouse, Maringer Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, and Just Whimsy. It's time for kickoff. Let's head out to the field.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to Jasper High School football coverage here on 18 WJTS. I'm Carey Schneider, along with Craig Schneider and Jeremy Marcos. And tonight, it's the final home game of the 2025 regular season, and it's senior night here at Jerry Brewer Alumni Stadium as the Jasper Wildcats will host the Evansville North Huskies. The Wildcats coming into tonight's contest at 6-1. North is 5-2. Jasper riding a 6-game winning streak on the heels of a victory last week against the Castle Knights, a big victory in that. In regards to the standings of the Southern Indiana Athletic Conference, which the Wildcats stand alone in second place behind Memorial. Meanwhile, the Huskies are 5-2 under first-year coach Zach Nero. Derek Hart also in his first year at Jasper. Craig, last week the Castle game was a big victory for the Wildcats. Kind of you want to call it a statement win, perhaps?
Yeah, it really was, and I thought Jasper was pretty well flawless for the most part in the first half and kind of hit a lull late in the second half, but played an outstanding football game to win 28-7. Defense held Castle to only 141 yards of total offense, and they also picked off 3 passes with Jack Levin, Ethan Young, and Mason Zazzetti getting picks, and but the offense rolled right along. As far as the Wildcats, we had 192 yards rushing and 147 yards passing with Caden Ramos, again, another big game from him. So 2 straight 100-yard rushing games for him, where he had 21 rushes for 120 yards. And Mainers was Mainers, again, 11 of 19 passing, 147 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So, and the thing is, it's like we're starting to really utilize other guys in the offense, obviously with the rushing game, and we've seen it all year in the passing game. So it's just going to be one of those situations tonight where we're going to need everybody to give that same type of contribution to beat North. Moving
real quickly to this week game, week 8. We're against Evansville North tonight, and the one thing about Jasper North is very contrasting in their offensive styles.
Well, I tell you what, they want to run the football. I mean, this team has rushed for 1,633 yards and 19 rushing touchdowns. They average 233 yards per game. And I tell you, over the last couple games, they really stepped it up, especially against Mater Dei, where they had 285 yards rushing, 193 against Vincennes. And both of those were big wins for them. They knocked off Mater Dei 49-18. So this is the team that can put some points on the board. And faced a real tough, scrappy Vincennes team, knocking them off 28-22.
Well, Jack Neely is back in uniform tonight, doing the kicking for the Wildcats, as he sat out last week due to the soccer sectional. He is set to kick off from the 40-yard line to the North Huskies. Kick is away, and it will be taken right at about the 4-yard line. Man brings it forward, and he is away to about the 35. And on the return for North, it is number 14, and that is Darian Walker. Gonna have to pick up guys for North as we go along. We're unable to get much of a depth chart from them this week.
Yeah, their quarterback is number 18. And
Jaden Jones.
Yeah, Jaden Jones. He's actually, he's accurate with his passing, completing over 58% of his passes. They obviously don't throw it as much as Jasper does. He's 40 of 68 for 497 yards and 9 touchdowns this year.
Yeah, Craig said Jones is a quarterback, and he'll set his team under center. He fumbles the football on the snap. He will actually end up maybe picking up a yard as he had to go forward, but we'll see where they put it. So fumble on the snap for the first play from scrimmage, and they're just going to put it back right to the original line of scrimmage, which is the 37-yard line, second down coming up for the Huskies.
Yeah, again, they're going to want to run the football, and they've got 2 or 3 guys that will carry it for the most part, including McKinney, He's number 21. He's got 546 yards rushing and 4 touchdowns. And then also Q Pauly, look for him, number 9. He's got 468 yards on the ground this season.
On the far sideline is number 2. And that was Deontre Lane on the carry.
By number 10,
Elliott Smith makes the stop on the play. No gain on that play. And it's going to bring up 3rd down and 10. 3rd down and 10 for the Huskies.
Yeah, Smith just did his job on that particular play because, again, he's got to show containment on that far side and that defensive end spot. He was just right there to break that thing up. So 3rd and long.
3rd down and 10 from the 37. Jasper fans stomping on the bleachers and before us here, as you can probably hear. Back to throw, fires a pass. It is incomplete. Bounced it right off his chest was Evan Garnett, the intended receiver. And the Huskies will go 3 and out in their first drive of the night.
Yeah, Garnett wasn't able to haul that in. Actually just kind of threw it over the defender there. That was Lukemeyer, who was kind of doing a little bit of leap there. But he didn't have enough yardage, and I don't think he was going to come down cleanly with that ball. So good job by the defense with a 3 and out.
So the Huskies will be forced to punt after, again, going 3 and out on their first drive of the night. Looks like number 7, TJ Mickel, will do the punting for the North squad, while one man back for the Wildcats will be Max Butel. Mick's going to keep it on the fake, and he will get it across the 45 to the 50, and he'll have enough for a first down. So Mickel with the little fake action there. North coming up with a big fake, and first down for the Huskies. They will retain possession.
Yeah, they basically caught the Wildcats napping right there, and this North team showing right there that they're willing to take some risks because, you know, he didn't even attempt to punt right there. He was going for it the entire way. So, yeah, that was just one of those trick plays that the Cats weren't ready for.
So the ball will be spotted at the Jasper 45-yard line. 1st and 10. Huskies again maintain possession. Garnett under center. Hands it off to Q. Q Pauly on the carry. Pauly will take it to, looks like right. Ball will be spotted at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, North's got a little head of steam and a little of momentum, obviously, with the fake punt there. And so, you know, first play right there, a first down. So, you know, Jasper's defense is really going to have to step up here to keep them out of the end zone.
Jaden Jones under center. 1st and 10 at the 35. To the right side on the carry. Number 21 for the Huskies, Hunter McKinney. McKinney will pick up, looks like 5 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd down and 3. Or 2nd down and 5, I mean, at the 30.
Yeah, that's something they're going to want to do all night, is just pretty well pound the middle against this Wildcat defense. So, you know, it's just one of those deals where it's going to be a slugfest, I think, right there at the line of scrimmage. So it's just a matter of who's going to win that slugfest between the North linemen and the Jasper defensive linemen.
So 2nd down and 10 at the, 2nd down and 5 at the 30. On the carry is Pauly.
Number 9.
So Q Pauly will take it to about, looks like about the 27. So that'll be a pickup of 3.
Yeah, Pauly actually leads.
3rd down and 2. So 3rd down and 2 coming up for the Huskies. Jones sets his team. He will keep it, and he will push his way forward, or try to at least, and it looks like he's only going to pick up maybe 1 on that, Craig. It's not going to be enough for a first down.
No, he was a little bit short there. They didn't really get the tush push or anything as far as the surge behind him. So good job by the Wildcat line to hold off right there. But again, it's 4th down, and we'll see if they try the same thing here.
The 4th down now coming up as the Huskies will go for it. 4th and 1 at the 26. Cats held the Huskies to 3 and out, at least on what we thought was the first series, but North, of course, with the fake, getting the first down on the fake punt. Now they have 4th down and 1 at the 26.
Go with the pitch.
And
Easy.
the pitch goes to number 21. That is Hunter McKinley, and he is going to be hauled down from behind, but not before he gets it to about the 3.
Yeah, just right there. Jasper wasn't ready for that play, so they just ran a simple power to the left side, and nobody was there, so it was an easy 20-plus yard run, setting up a 1st and goal. So North taking advantage of, again, a trick play on the punt situation, and then since then they've just been rushing it right down our throat.
So the Huskies have 1st and goal at the 3 during the 7-minute mark in the first quarter. North on the verge of the first score of the night. Handoff goes to Q Pauly, and he will score from 3 yards out, and North has taken a 6-0 lead with a touchdown run.
Yeah, actually, the momentum that they created right there, and then it just became too easy. I mean, all mostly rushing plays that, Jasper just not have been able to handle there. So we're going to have to make some defensive adjustments or something, because that was just way too easy for North to get in the end zone there.
Trying to see the kicker was there. Number 16, actually number 15 it is for the Huskies. Stuart Land. Land's extra point kick is good. That'll make the score North 7, Jasper 0, 6:54 to go in the first quarter of play. We'll be back with the kickoff to the Wildcats right after this on 18 WJTS.
No one ever called it the great indoors. Get out and join us. Our hands are the tools. The outdoors is our office. And our climate control is the climate. We are the Laborers International Union of North America, the best paid, best trained construction professionals in the state. We build Indiana, and we're ready for you to come build it with us.
Stadium, where the Wildcats have find themselves down early in this contest, Craig, 7-0 after North, of course, like I said, capitalizing on the fake punt and maintaining possession of the football, and have jumped out to a 7-0 lead.
Yeah, it turned out to be a really nice drive for them to open up this football game, and obviously the 4th down conversion was huge, but then actually on the other 4th down, the 4th and 1, they wound up with a nice 20-plus yard run to get inside the 5, and were easily in the end zone a play after that.
Stuart Land's kickoff will roll out of bounds, and of course that'll result into a penalty and bring it out to 35. So that'll give Jasper excellent field position to start their first drive of the night.
Well, and that's the thing. I mean, Jasper's just going to have to answer here, and so it's going to be in the hands of the offense. So, yeah, you're right. They'll start here at the 35-yard line, but, going to be led by their quarterback, Jalen Mainers, who's completed 58% of his passes for 1,221 yards and 17 touchdowns against only 2 interceptions. Then also, as far as the Wildcat rushing attack, we'll just see if that continues on with Jalen Mainers, contributing obviously with Ramos and then also Jack Levin. So Jasper's going to have to be well-rounded, and everybody's got to play a really good game to win this. There's a mix-up right there on the first play.
Absolutely, as I guess he thought Ramos was going to his left, but instead he went to his right, and as a result, that's going to result in a loss of 4, 2nd down and 14.
Yeah, we know it's senior night, and obviously going through a long ceremony prior to this, but Jasper's just got to get their heads back on and play some smart football. So, the defense let them score easily on their first drive, and now they got the offense messing up their first play. We got to get back on track.
Ramos gets the carry, and he stays on his feet, and he will have first down. Oh, just got tripped, and now he's still on his feet. He's into Husky territory, inside the 35 to the 34.
That was incredible balance that we saw out of the young running back there. I mean, what a play. I mean, he got hit 2 or 3 times and looked like he was just going to, get that first down yardage, but just kept his feet and just advanced forward. So an outstanding run. Again, just another example of how he's improved from game 1.
So 1st and 10 for the Cats at the 34-yard line. Kind of a big shot in the arm play right there. Mainers out of the gun with Ramos to his left. Caden will have it, and he will be pushed back. Probably lose about, I think altogether going to lose about a yard. So he will indeed. That'll take it back to the 35-yard line, 2nd and 11.
Yeah, a little bit better adjustment by the defensive line of North there to pretty well stop that play. But, yeah, Ramos, he's going to get a little break right now, so they're going to put Levin in the backfield. We got a timeout on the field.
Officials timeout, in fact. What are you signaling there? Maybe it had something to do with the play clock or something, perhaps. I
think he's saying raise the roof, isn't he?
Yeah, raise the roof. All right, well, actually, it looks like North player right now have a little equipment problem. As you see, Jeremy's got a shot at it right there for number 5.
Yeah.
Ricky White Jr. Shoe laces are being corrected of some sort by the official over there.
Must have a knot. The official's probably got long fingernails. That's why he was able to get it out.
Well, now he's trying to squeeze it on there. Squeeze it in there. There he goes. Looks like he's, or does he? Just can't get the heel in. There we go. So White is all good to go, and so are we. As play resumes, 2nd down and 11 at the 35-yard line, nearing the 5-minute mark in the first quarter. North leads at 7-0. Mainers fires up the middle. Pass is complete to number 1 for the Wildcats, Beckett Holsworth.
Yeah, I think he's got enough for the first down there, so a nice strike. Maybe they're going to cut it just a little bit short, but still, beautiful throw and good catch there.
Well, he's close, and they are going to.
There we go.
So it will be a first down for Jasper indeed. 1st and 10 at the 25. Here's Jack on the right side. A penalty flag goes down, however, and he's going to be smacked down by Parker Doherty. But there will be a penalty, most likely for a hold against the Wildcats. The way that flag was chucked in there like that. And it is a hold against the Wildcats. So that'll nullify that run. Push them back, see where they put it. All the way back, looks like to about the 34.
Yeah, so a 10-yard penalty there. But, you know, the thing is, that's a momentum killer because you had a nice pass play to get you that first down, and you get Levin in the backfield, and he makes a nifty move, and, yeah, then all of a sudden you just got to push it right back. So we just got to really minimize these penalties tonight.
So it'll be first down, of course, repeat first down now, 1st and about 20 at the 34-yard line. Mainers fires a pass downfield. It is caught, he just dropped it right in the hands of Beckett Holsworth, and he lost the ball as he hit the ground.
Oh, man, yeah, because, you know, we've been talking about as far as the Wildcats and that long passing game, you know, early on in the season we had a number of misses on that play, but, man, that looked like it was on the money, and, Holsworth just wasn't able to bring it in.
He was catching that on the stride there. I mean, so beautifully laid out pass. Unfortunately, was not able to hang on to it, so I bring up 2nd down and 20 now at the 34. So 2nd down and long for the Cats. Football at the 34-yard line. Mainers this side. Caught by Levin. Jack on his feet. Jack to the 20. Down to the 15 and out of bounds inside the 10 to about they're going to say right at the 10-yard line.
Well, again, the guys that lead that play with the blocking have got to execute them, and they did it perfectly right there to give Jack a lot of open space there to make that move and then get down there, and now we're going to be 1st and goal from the 10. But nice job, particularly even with Lukemeyer out there. He just had a really nice block.
So it is 1st down and goal at the 10-yard line. And it's after that 24-yard pass play. Mainers out of the gun with Ramos. And Ramos, the Mainers kept the football, faked the handoff to Ramos, and he will be ankle tackled by Ricky White Jr.
Yeah, Ricky White, the middle linebacker, read that the entire way kind of like what we saw with Castle last week. You know, we just had a lot of troubles really keeping their linebackers from stopping the run, and especially getting into the backfield right there. So a little bit too easy for them to knock us back about 5 yards.
Second down and goal at the 14. Mainers fires a pass, looking for Levin, but it'll be overthrown. Now to bring up third down and goal at the 14.
Yeah, a little miscommunication on that particular play. He was going towards the corner there with the pass at least, and Levin actually cut off his route. So I don't know if that was one of those deals where it's supposed to be a read against the coverage. But, yeah, I think he was just throwing to a spot, and obviously he wasn't there.
So third down and goal at the 14. 3:25 to go in the first quarter. Pass up the middle is incomplete. Fourth down now coming up for the Wildcats.
All right, that was one of those cases where it was just he threw behind him. So he didn't look like he had too much pressure, so he was able to step into that throw. But, yeah, I'm just going to have to put that on the quarterback not being accurate on that throw.
So Wildcats will set up for a field goal of about, looks like 31 yards, as it's going to be True Love to attempt the 31-yard kick. Ball's down. Well, I guess a little fumble on that, and another player picks up the football, and he's going to run with it. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, and he's going to take it back for a touchdown score. Number 11 for the North Huskies, Jalen Lynch, scores on the botched field goal attempt by the Wildcats. He takes it back all the way. I'm not exactly sure how far, but nonetheless, the Huskies have jumped out to a 13-0 lead.
Yeah, everything was messed up on the timing on that. You know, the snap got there. I don't think that True Love was really quite ready. I mean, he seemed a little delayed as Sawyer Reckerhoff tried to put the ball down, and then all of a sudden the ball just got knocked away right into the hands of Jalen Lynch. And, yeah, we just didn't have anybody that could pick him up.
So Stuart Land comes on for the extra point kick to give the number of Wildcat personnel late getting out on the field. And as we said, Land will attempt his second extra point for the night, which is up and in for the score. The North Huskies have jumped out to a 14-0 lead with 3:04 to go in the first quarter. We'll be back after this on 18 WJTS.
Contact Maringer Plumbing, Heating and Air at 812-482-4425. That's 812-482-4425. Located at 723 3rd Avenue in Jasper.
It's hard to stop a train.
Back at Alumni Stadium, where the North Huskies are up 14-0, and after a big special teams play by North, in which Jalen Lynch picked up a botched field goal attempt and ran it back for a touchdown score. And here is a kickoff again by Stuart Land, and it's going to be brought forward by number 3 for the Cats, Blake and Recker will take it to about the 20-yard line before he is brought down.
Well, you know, it's all three phases of the game: offense, defense, and special teams. And you know, the offense got a nice drive going there for a little bit, but with some penalties that pushed him back, and you know, once they got inside the 10, weren't able to finish the drive there. But you know, the special teams, I mean, you've given up a fake punt for an easy first down, and then right there, just a botched handling of the snap winds up with another 7 points on the board for North.
Now it's up to the Wildcats to respond. Here's a quick hitter over here to Levin, and Jack will get it across the 30 to the 31 for an 11-yard pickup.
You know, and that's the thing with this type of offense, is that you can answer quickly, and that's what Jasper needs to do, is just get back into the rhythm like this and just march down the field and get maybe 7 points back on this drive.
So 1st and 10 for the Wildcats at the 31-yard line. Like I said, Jasper really needs to respond here. And sure exactly where that play was going to as he was taking the handoff to Ramos, but as a result, it is going to be a 2-yard loss on the run by Mainers.
Yeah, number 51 made the stop. His number's not on here, but that's just one of those where I don't think if even handed off to the outside. I mean, North had that red both ways, so the play just wasn't there.
Mainers back, fires long, deep, and it's going to be way overthrown as he was looking for Beckett Holsworth, but Holsworth was about 5 yards behind that pass.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I mean, just right now, even with the offense, we missed on the home run ball a little bit ago, on the first drive. Going for it this quickly right here, I just think you just need to continue with that rhythm. I mean, that first play, you had Jack Levin, nice little slant play, and, got you a first down. But since then, two plays that just did nothing.
3rd down, and let's see, 12. 3rd down and 12 at the 29. Pass is intercepted. Intercepted by the Huskies. DeAndre Lane. Lane to the 30. Still on his feet. And will be finally brought down at the 25. And we do have a penalty flag out at the on that play.
Well, it's going to be after the interception, so that's going to stand. But, just this football team in black just does not look like they're ready to play anything tonight. I mean, this has been one of the worst starts you can imagine. I mean, it looks like the Memorial game all over again. But, this is just one of those things where we better get things right because, I mean, North came here to play, and right now Jasper hasn't.
Well, so the Huskies in an excellent position to take a 3-touchdown lead, perhaps, if they can capitalize on that turnover. But the penalty is going to go against them and push them back all the way back to the 40-yard line. But still, great field position for North to start their third drive. This drive here.
Yeah, and again, they got a lot of confidence out there. They're already got a 2-touchdown lead. They're in Wildcat territory for their second offensive series of downs here. So this is just one of those situations where, if the Wildcats going to show some pride here, they just really got to get a stop here.
So 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line.
Too much space.
On the carry. Number 21 for the Huskies, Hunter McKinney. McKinney's going to pick up maybe 7. Jack Levin makes a stop on the play for Jasper, but like before, Kenny does pick up 7 on the run. 2nd down and 3 at the 33.
Yeah, he's basically 7 yards down the field before he's even touched, so Levin had to come up from his corner spot over there to make the stop. But we've really got to control the line of scrimmage right now. That we're just getting completely blown off the ball, and there's just way too many open holes for this North team that, like I said, rushes for over 233 yards a game, and they may get even better than that if we don't make some stops.
Penalty flag is down as the play is blown dead. Still haven't seen the indication. Offsides against Jasper. So penalty against the Wildcats will allow the Huskies to move the chains.
I mean, it's just nonstop mistakes that we're seeing out here in this first quarter. I mean, maybe we just need to wipe the thing clean once we get these 53 seconds off the board here. But, man, we've got penalties. We've got turnovers. We've got missed assignments. We've got poor handling of snaps on field goals and giving up long touchdowns. I mean, this is something that this team has got to get straightened out or we could be in trouble.
35 seconds on the clock. Handoff to a man up the middle. That is DeMonte Lane on the carry. Lane will pick up, looks like 3. So 2nd down and 7 coming up at the 25.
Yeah, I think they're going to let the clock run out here, but I don't know. If I were North, you had enough time to run maybe one more play because you just had so much momentum going here. So, this little break in the action might give Jasper a chance to kind of
regroup.
Yeah, regroup and change things, but they really need to because this is a struggling football team right here in this first half.
Well, as Craig says, it's time to regroup for the Jasper Wildcats if you don't want this to get any further out of hand. 14-0 North after one. We'll be back after this on 18 WJTS.
This is Tony Ubelar Toyota in Jasper. Toyota announces a new certified used vehicle program. Now vehicles up to 10 years old with 125,000 miles are silver certified. Cars up to 6 years old with 85,000 miles are gold certified. That means more great certified Toyotas for you to choose from. All with additional factory warranty, 24-hour roadside assistance, and a stringent multi-point quality inspection, like usual. Ask about a gold or silver certified used Toyota from Ubelar Toyota in Jasper today.
Back at Jerry Brewer Alumni Stadium, where the Wildcats and North Huskies will roll into the second quarter of play. North rolling right now with a 14-0 lead, and they have the football at the 25-yard line, second down and 7. So right now, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, if Jasper falls behind another touchdown here, I don't know how they can come back with this because, Jasper's just one of those teams that rides on confidence. But, for the most part in the games that they've won this year, they're the ones to strike first and then kind of take control of the football game. We saw that last week against Castle. But now the roles are kind of reversed the other way where we're the ones being dominated early on.
You just basically read my mind. I was going to say this is obviously a huge series. It's 4-down territory even at this point, but still it's a huge series for the Wildcats defensively. They got to get that football back and not allow the Huskies to jump out to a 3-score lead. So right now, exactly what's holding everything up at this point. The officials been talking to the North squad for a second, but now they line up to the line of scrimmage as Jones will work under center. A couple running backs behind him. Hands it off to the man he had in motion, and that is Cole McBride, and he will take it into right to the 10-yard line. So run by Cole McBride of about 15 yards, and it's going to be first and goal for the Huskies.
And that's the thing. It's too easy. For Evansville North right now, any adjustments that they make, whether the hole's not there, then they can cut field to the other way, and it's just wide open. So, we have just got to be keyed in because, again, it's their rushing attack that is their driver as far as what they do offensively, and we just cannot stop it right now.
So, pitch goes to number 21, Hunter McKinney, and he will be brought down by a number of Wildcat tacklers led by number 11, Alec Ware, and number 10, Elliott Smith. But he's going to pick up about 4 yards to the 6-yard line, second and goal.
Yeah, so again, when you get a confident football team like we've got with Evansville North right here, it's pretty well all 11 guys on the field. So, the offensive linemen are more confident that they can make their blocks. And, the running attack, obviously, they're expecting holes to be wide open. So Jasper has got to do something here. Otherwise, we're going to be down 3 scores.
Jones is going to keep it and push it forward to about the 2. So Jones on the keeper, down right about the right at the 2-yard line. So that'll bring up third down and goal at the 2.
Again, I was talking about that confidence there, just believing in your guys. Cayman Parson, number 52, 6'4", 340 pounds, and, he's just putting pancake blocks out there right now. So, they got to have all the confidence in the world that they can easily get these 2 yards in the next 2 plays.
See if Jones keeps it again on this play. He will pitch it to, and he's going to be brought down. That is going to be number 9, Q Pauly. Pauly is stopped just short of the goal line.
Yeah, nice job by Jude Peter to attack there into the backfield and take his feet away so that, he basically just fell forward and wasn't able to get the 2 yards. So now it's 4th and 1. This would be a humongous goal line stand for Jasper.
Indeed, 4th down and goal at the 1-yard line. So see if the Jasper defense can push it through and hold the Huskies on a goal line stand here, perhaps.
Yeah, last time they ran a power play and Jasper wasn't ready for it, and actually this time we call a timeout.
So the Wildcats do call timeout. When we return, it'll be 4th and goal at the 1-yard line, 9:15 to go in the second quarter of play. We'll be back after this on 18 WJTS.
After a long day of digging holes and keeping cats out of my yard, I'll wind down on a nice, comfy, soft cloud. My human buys the best fluffy stuff from Carpet Warehouse.
At Carpet Warehouse, you'll find a floor that will please the whole family, even the ones with 4 legs. Rory loves to cool off by laying on laminates, tile, vinyl, or wood. You'll love them for their style and many selections.
Carpet Warehouse. Quality I can lay on. Quality you can stand on.
Draper Alumni Stadium, not 4th down and goal at the 1-yard line for the Huskies. So here we go. Jones. Fumble on the play, and it's down low, and the Wildcats will have it. And the Cats would be taking it over either way, but at least this way, Craig, they're going to have better field position. So big break for the Wildcat defense.
Yeah, and I think right there, North just tried to a little outsmart themselves. Again, they've been doing most of this between the tackles, and on that particular play, they were going to run something more of a sweep to the outside, and you get a situation where the quarterback ain't able to get a nice exchange with the end coming around, and so Jasper takes advantage of it, picks up the fumble, and here we go.
Fumble was recovered by Dylan Robling, and the Cats will take over 1st and 10 at the 9-yard line. Maynard's up, pass is complete to Jack Levin. And Levin will take it across the 20 to the 21.
Again, that's what they did the last drive. First play, let's get a little rhythm going. We need to keep going with that and quit going for the home run balls. And, last time we came back with a running play that didn't work, and then penalties backed us up a little bit. So we just got to stay sharp.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
There you go.
Pass is complete again to Jack Levin. Levin still on his feet, breaks away from another tackle, and he'll take it to about the 37-yard line.
Yep, there we go. That's the way to do it. You got to get the ball on your playmakers, and Jack Levin, especially coming from the outside, making that cut across the middle, he's a threat to break it. But, hey, we'll take a nice little 15-yard chunk right there, and, 2 straight plays for the Wildcats, and we're rolling.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line after a pickup of 17. Here is Caden Ramos. Ramos will take it to about the 44-yard line. That'll pick up about 6. 2nd down and 4 coming up at the 44.
And that's the other thing, too. With that big 4th down stop over there, that's a momentum shifter. And so for the Wildcats to come rolling right after that with 3 big plays, we just got to keep this thing going.
On 2nd down now, the handoff goes to Ramos, and Caden punches his way forward, and he is going to have the 1st down. So that'll be a pickup of 4 on the play. 2nd down, on 2nd down and 4, that'll make it 1st and 10. Right at looks like about the 49.
Yeah, and that's the thing with Caden. I mean, he's really utilizing his strength. I mean, because, he's not a big, tall back, but he's got that lower center of gravity. And once he kind of feeds that contact, he's just able to drive forward. And now we got another penalty against the Wildcats.
False start against Jasper. Set him back 5.
See, again, a momentum killer right there. We're just riding right along, 3 straight 1st downs and 5 yards back. So, we just got to we got to really cut out the mistakes, not only in penalties, but just other mistakes that we've seen throughout this football game.
So with the 5-yard penalty, 1st down and 15 now, and North obviously showing blitz there as middle linebacker was coming in. Ramos Pounds. Ooh, wow, nice second effort by Caden. And Ramos will get it back, well, looks like to the original line of scrimmage at the 49, so pick up a 5.
Yeah, he just ran into one of his offensive linemen there right at the line of scrimmage, had to spin away, but, again, just his leg drive allows him to take something that's absolutely stopped and get something out of it, so a good 5-yard run.
So for second down and 10 at the 49. Mainers pumps, looks, rolls, fires, and
nice.
Makes the completion to Butel. Max Butel on the reception. Looks like to the 37.
Yeah, and that's one of those deals where the play that was originally set up there, he's looking for Levin on that cut. It wasn't there. It was well defended. So he then rolls out of the pocket there. And that's two guys just basically, like I said before, you're playing backyard ball at that point, and that's why we got the big play on that one.
Here's Ramos on first down, and he's going to be wrapped up for her loss there by number 99 for the Jaredin Copeland for the Huskies. So Copeland with a nice tackle for a loss of about 2.
Yeah, Copeland completely untouched coming from his, I guess you can call it a nose tackle spot, but just really from the outside because they have a 3-man front with their defense, but so not necessarily defensive end, but he came from the end there.
Mainers fires, caught to Butel again, and Max will take it to about the 30. Corey's ridden out of bounds, or actually he's stayed inbounds as the clock continues to run.
Yeah, I'm going to give the offensive line credit there to give him the time to be able to allow Butel to get open. Because on that particular one, it's like I think he wanted to hit him quick, but then, he just had to do a little pump fake right there and wait till Butel kind of got into the open space, and he was able to hit him right on the numbers there. So that's a big play there, but credit the offensive line allowing the quarterback to do it.
Mark it at the 29-yard line, 3rd down and 2. Ramos works his way forward and will have enough for a first down. Nice effort by number 31.
I tell you what, Ricky White just shot shot into the backfield there and made contact with the running back. But again, that's Ramos. That's the improvement that he's made from week 1. And, he's just getting better and better because he just sidestepped him. And next thing you know, we're moving the chains again.
4.5 minutes to go in the half. Jasper 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Here's Smith on to Carey this time, and he will get it just back to the line of scrimmage, so no gain for Elliott Smith.
Yeah, Jasper trying to mix things up there. You bring in Smith to see what he might be able to do because, he's typically your power runner on short yardage situations, but, didn't gain much there, just a yard.
So they did give him a yard on the play after all. Smith remains in the backfield next to Mainers, and Mainers fires a pass, caught by Jack Levin. Jack inside about the 5-yard line to the 4.
That's where you got a quarterback and receiver working so well. I mean, Levin and Mainers, because another one of those where he wanted to hit him quickly whenever he made that initial cut, but then he had to wait until he got open, and you just threw a laser right on the money to set up 1st and goal.
Actually at the 9-yard line, here is Smith. Smith will dive forward to about the 5 now. So a 4-yard gain by Smith makes his 2nd and goal at the 5.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to give credit to T.J. Michael for that tackle because he made the contact behind the line of scrimmage, but Smith with outstanding footwork to keep it and stumble for another 5 yards or so.
Smith again on the carry. Smith is into the end zone for the touchdown score from 5 yards out. Elliott Smith, the 6'2 senior on senior night, picks up the Wildcats' first score, and the Cats now trail it 14-6.
I mean, what a change in things in this football game. I mean, Jasper's looking to go down 3 touchdowns, and next thing you know, we turn a turnover into points the other way, going on a 90-yard plus drive to come up with a big score here.
Looks like Aiden Truelove is on for the extra point kick. Kick is up, and it is good. So the extra point kick by Aiden Truelove makes the score Evansville North 14, Jasper 7, 3:07 to go in the first half of play. We'll be back after this on 18 WJTS.
Think about the journey, not about how you're getting there. The all-new Michelin LTX MS2, engineered for 2 extra years of tread life. Available at Du Bois County Tire and Supply in Jasper.
Big or small, we service all. Du Bois County Tire.
Well, Craig, it's been kind of a reverse in fortunes thanks to the turnover, and the Wildcats have gotten the shot in the arm that they needed.
Absolutely, you know, because now the Wildcats got some confidence that they can move against this North team and make some stops. But, you know, it's just going to be another one because you got 3:07 on the clock here. So they got time, but, yeah, the defense is really going to have to step up here.
The kickoff is returned by the Huskies to inside the 20-yard line by number 11, it looks like, or actually number 14, Darian Walker. So North will have it first and 10 at the 23.
Yeah, actually good coverage there by the kickoff team there, because Jude Pater got back there and he got a handle on the runner, and he didn't make the tackle but slowed him up enough that he wasn't able to kind of get through that seam that looked like it was opening up on the left side. So
nice
special teams improving their play now.
Be nice to see a nice quick stop by the Jasper defense on this drive and get that football back, try to get a score before halftime. They will have the ball to start the second half. Carrying it up the middle is, looks like number 21 for the Huskies, Hunter McKinney. So McKinney's going to pick up about 3. Second down and 7 at the 26.
Yeah, the defense is just going to have to ride the momentum as well. You know, North has been doing what they want to do on the ground attack, and so we just got to really control things there. Just, you know, basically don't give them those 17, 18-yard runs. We got to keep them down to just 2 or 3 yards.
2:22 to go before half. Here's a carry by number 3 for the Huskies, and that is Cole McBride, but he's going to be brought down by Dylan Roblin.
All right, that's good defense right there. You know, he was just looking for an opening, didn't quite find it, you know, gained a couple yards or so, but he wasn't able to break free. So Jasper defense doing the job. We need to get a stop here and force a punt.
3rd down and 4 at the 29-yard line. We're under 2 minutes to go before halftime. If Jasper should get the football back, they do have 2 timeouts left. Pass is complete to number 10, Evan Garnett. And Garnett will have a first down for the Huskies.
You know, again, they don't throw the football much, but they are resourceful. Like I said, Jones averaging, you know, he's at 59% completion rate. So, you know, that's just one of those things. When they need it, they can do it, but it's not one thing that they want to rely on. So you really have to stop the run to stop this football team.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line, 1:23 to go. Clock continues to run. He's back.
Pressure, there we go.
And he's going to be brought down behind by the Wildcats. Number 23 for the Wildcats, Mason Zazzetti. Zazzetti will make this tackle for a loss on the quarterback sack of Jaden Jones. And that will bring up 2nd down at about 15, it looks like, at the 29.
Yeah, I think that was just one of those situations where North just wanted to see what they can do. You know, if they could get something going with the passing game, then you've got momentum. But I think just right now they're going to be happy with just going into halftime with a 14-7 lead because they're really not looking to stop the clock with 40 seconds to go. Take it back. That could be a mistake there.
And it almost was, as a pass was intended for Cole McBride. And looks like Tanner Young defending on the play for Jasper, but right in the vicinity right there was Lukemeyer. Lukemeyer comes up with that ball. Great. He's back for a score.
Oh, absolutely. And I'm surprised they actually tried that because, you know, you were letting the clock run. And so what benefit are you going to get from a 7 or 8 yard pass play right there? So, yeah, very surprised they did that, but that stops the clock now.
Third down and 16 at the 31.
Stop it. There we go.
And right up the middle, and it's going to be going. You got to take it right back to the original line of scrimmage, and Jasper will use the second timeout of the first half. And so again, timeout is called. 24 seconds to go.
Yeah, and that's, again, that's what Jasper wanted there, because if they're going to run the football, you're going to leave a little bit of clock error. I don't know if we go for the block punt. I mean, I would say why not, because, by getting the football back, that really is the only reason why you want to stop the clock, is because you want to be able to set up something like that, because, if he does get this punt off and, we fair catch it or whatever, we're just going to take a knee. So that's the main thing, is why you want to call a timeout there.
So the Huskies will be forced to punt with 24 seconds to go in the first half. So Jasper will have the football, but of course we'll see. Of course, we got to see what kind of punt we have to deal with, and that North comes with. I mean, and that will be TJ Mickle. TJ Mickle will punt back from the 26-yard line and back at about the 35.
Yeah, I'm surprised they're not bringing everybody.
Is Butel, and Butel will return it, and Max to the 50, to the 49.
All right, well, I guess that's another thought process right there. We don't have much time, 16 seconds, so, you're probably going to be looking at either a couple quick hitters. What we got timeout-wise? Just one, I think.
One left.
That we've got left, so, you can stop it with sideline passes or across the middle with a quick stop for the movement of the chains to possibly get a long field goal attempt here, but we'll see what Jasper comes out with on this first play.
16 seconds to go. First and 10, Jasper. They're at North's 49-yard line. Mainers with Ramos aside him. Jaden is going to look. He's going to fire towards the sideline, and it's going to be incomplete, and that stops it with 9 seconds to go.
Yeah, he was looking for the home run ball on the opposite side over there. It wasn't available, so, kind of rolled out and tried to hit Lukemeyer over here on the sideline, but probably better just to throw that one away.
Yeah, like I said, going for the pass downfield, but as you said, it was not to be, as North's defenders had him well covered. Here we go, 9 seconds to go at the 49. Looks downfield, fires a home run ball, way incomplete with 3 seconds to go.
Yeah, what they're trying to do there is just to sway the momentum to our near side, because he rolled to his right and then he turned back. He was looking for Levin the whole way. That was pretty well how the play was designed, but, it wasn't there. He threw the ball a little bit too long there, so now this is just one of those where it's just like, hey, send everybody to the end zone and just try a Hail Mary. Because, he can obviously get it to, and I know he's got the arm to be able to throw it 50-plus yards.
Well, he's got 3 receivers on this side. Levin, the lone receiver, on the far side. 3 seconds on the clock. And the Wildcats will call their last timeout of the half. So, with 3.8 seconds to go, and the Jasper Wildcats with 1 play left, try to get something into the end zone perhaps before the halftime break. As we said, Jasper will have the football to start the second half. So either way, what happens is what happens. But
yeah, I think just the thing here, it's like you also got to be careful though, because again, we've already saw what can happen. If a ball gets knocked loose, because we saw North pick one up and take it all the way on the field goal attempt. So you just don't want to have a situation where the quarterback gets hit from the blind side and the ball bounces out, and then next thing you know, North's running off for a touchdown. So you got to give them protection. So if you are going to, we don't really have trips, because if you're going to throw the Hail Mary, you pretty want to have trips or, all your receivers on one side, but we've actually got it kind of evened out, so we got them split to both sides with twins both sides.
Exactly. So twins on both sides, and
now North
has got to call a timeout.
So a little chess match right now.
Exactly, and
because they weren't expecting that, I don't think. I mean, I think that they were just going to set up their prevent defense and, expecting to protect the goal line, obviously, if they throw that way. But since they kind of split, receivers on both sides, they thought, okay, well, maybe they're going to run something else that they weren't really prepared for.
Well, it was a shift of momentum that we really needed, and we couldn't have got it at a better time. And we have to, the way this game started, fumble, of course, over on the north end zone. Jasper quickly was able to capitalize and make this a one. Obviously, get right back into this ball game after being on the verge of a 3-score deficit. So let's see, maybe we can find a little bit of a.
Jasper didn't make any change, at least to their formation. They might have changed the play, but we'll see what they do.
So here we go. 3 seconds ago from the 49, Mainers fires. Incomplete, and that will bring us to the end of the first half of play. Well, the Wildcats, like I said, nice job for the Wildcats to recover after a very slow start. Now within a touchdown here at the halftime break. It's 14-7 is our score. We'll be back with the second half right after this on 18 WJTS.
Just Whimsy on the Square in Jasper is your exclusive ladies' boutique, carrying a variety of incomparable top designers. You can select apparel from their large variety of elaborate accessories. Stop in for unique gifts like art from local artists and home decor. Think local, buy local. Just Whimsy on the Square in Jasper.
Back at Jerry Brewer Alumni Stadium, where the Wildcats trail the North Huskies 14-7 here at halftime. It is the final home game of the 2025 regular season, and that's being senior night. And this evening, the Wildcats had as many as, I believe, 25 senior players, as well as a couple of managers recognized on the field prior to tonight's game, along with, of course, cheerleaders and band members and whatnot. But the players, senior players, we're just going to do a quick shout-out to. And that is, of course, number 0, Nate Lukemeyer, number 1, Beckett Holsworth, number 2, Jude Peter, number 4, Ross Dawkins, number 5, Max Butel, number 7, Jack Levin, number 8, Jaden Peak, number 10, Elliott Smith, number 11, Alec Ware, Dylan Robling, number 12, Tristan King, number 13, along with 16, Sam Allen, Ethan Young, number 24, number 38, Christian Biddle, number 40, Aiden Isom, number 47, Noah Smith, number 52, Tyson Hunter, 64, Cooper Seal, 65, Hayden Clark, Brant Seibert, number 66, Jace Land, number 72, 81, Nate Weinzappel, 87, Devin Otto, and number 90, Nick Hanseman, and number 99, Mitchell Hebner, as well as senior managers Tyler Hanseman and Abby Brosmer. So congratulations to those senior players as well as managers, not to mention the cheerleaders, dance team, and band members who are recognized prior to tonight's senior night matchup between the Cats and the North Huskies. Craig, right now it is North with the lead 14-7, but we did have a nice turn of the tide there as the first half continued to unfold. So nice momentum still for the Wildcats as they will have the football to start the second half.
Yeah, no doubt about it. The Cats getting a score on the board there when it looked like they were going to be going down by 3 touchdowns, but defense made the play and came up with the turnover, and Cats just marched right down the field on a 90-yard plus drive. So, it's just one of those things where it's like I feel like that Jasper not only took advantage of the momentum there, but really kind of got into a flow of their offense. Maynard started to hit on some passes there, some nice runs from Caden Ramos, who rushed for 54 yards in that first half. So other than that, though, I mean, we got negative yardage on most of the guys that carried, other than Elliott Smith, 3 carries for 10 yards. Maynard's was 9 of 17 for 112, but he did throw the pick. But really connected well with Jack Levin, who had 5 catches for 79 yards.
So the Huskies, looks like number 13, Colin Falconer, will actually do the kickoff here, as Stuart Land had been kicking extra points. He's 2 for 2 right now in this contest. But Colin, again, number 13, Colin Falconer will kick off from the 40. And his kick will be taken at about the 12. Well, picked up then. And across the 20, 25, and returning it for the Cats is Blake and Recker. So Blake and Recker will take it to about the 20, about the 28.
Yeah, he's kind of slapping himself down there because Cats were setting up for a return. And, whenever you lose the handle of it, that just throws the timing off. But actually fortunate to be able to get to the 28-yard line, so could have been a lot worse.
So the Cats will start from the 28-yard line. They trail by a score of 14-7 as we start the second half. 3 receivers on the far side, and handoff goes to Ramos. He will turn the corner and get it across the 35. No. Ball was loose, but I don't know if it went out of bounds before anybody was able to get to it, perhaps, but right in front of the Jasper sideline. And Ramos will have enough for a first down, it appears.
It had a nice run there, just lost the handle of the football, so that could have been disastrous for Jasper. But instead, the Cats got a 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10 for the Wildcats at the 38-yard line. Ramos, or excuse me. It was Ramos on the carry, and he is not going to get much, if any. In fact, he's going to lose a yard on that.
Oh, he just got smoked by Ricky White there. He read that the entire way, and nobody put a body on him, so it was just an easy stop for the middle linebacker.
So that brings up 2nd down and 11 from the 37 now. Pass is complete to Levin, but he is going to get stuck as he caught the football, and he's going to end up losing a yard on that.
Yeah, White again coming in, so he's reading the play perfectly, but what's got to happen right there is number 55, Nick Hanselman's got to put his body on him and stop him, and he completely missed that block there, so that just blew that one up as well. So number 5 came out to play here in the second half from Evansville North.
North Host's defense has come to play so far in this first drive of the second half. Ramos fires a bomb downfield, and it is almost caught. Defending on the play was number 2 for the Huskies, Lane, on a pass intended to Beckett Holsworth. And that'll bring up 4th down. The Wildcats will be forced to punt.
Yeah, that's twice that Holsworth wasn't able to haul it in. In the first half, he dropped one that would have been a touchdown. And, yeah, that was one of those. I mean, again, the defender's going after the ball there, and so Lane got his hands up in the air but didn't make contact with the football. So that's a catchable ball that Holsworth needs to come down with.
So Jasper will punt. Punt is away. Fair catch is called at the 30-yard line by number 2, Lane, on the punt by the Wildcats, Bryce Wills.
All right, so what defense is going to show up here in the second half? Is it going to be the Wildcat defense that, kind of got things going there late in the first half? But, again, that first drive should have been a 3-and-out. But, again, a fake punt allowed them to keep that drive going. So, this is just one of those, if we can get a 3-and-out just like they got against us there, this would be big.
So, 1st and 10 for the Huskies as they'll start their first drive of the second half at the 30-yard line. Pitch on the far side goes to number 9, Q Pauley. Quathon Pauley on the carry for about 7, perhaps.
Yeah, it's just a reverse option is what that play is right there. So, they're trying to get the momentum going one way, but then he pitches back the other way. So Jasper read it really well.
So 3-yard pickup, I was meant to say, but making it 2nd down and 7. So 2nd and 7 at the 33. Handoff goes to number 3, Cole McBride.
Number 3, Cole McBride, ball carrier.
And McBride will pick up a few yards, maybe 2.
Just indication on those particular plays right there. I feel like North's really having the success just keeping it between the tackles. And their first 2 plays, they try to get something going to the outside. They did the same thing on the 4th and 1 situation over here where, Jasper got the stop. But, I feel like North's not really, focusing on where they're having success tonight. And I think that's between the tackles here.
So Jones.
There it is.
Hands it off to Q, Pauly, and Pauly is going to be short of the first down.
Yeah, he just got drilled right there. So, I mean, he looked like he was easily going to get that first down. And I think it was Alec Ware that squared him there. I'd have to see the replay on it. But, man, we just really put a pop right before he was able to get to that first down marker and stop that play. That was big, and actually knocking him out of the ballgame temporarily is Q Pauly going out.
Yes, he was shaken up on that play. It looks like perhaps a little bit of an ankle situation. And the new man coming in for the backfield for the Huskies as they now have 4th down and 1 at the 39.
Well, and that's the thing. You get a stop here, you got great field position. So North really taking a chance here, and it gets us a jump.
I was going to just about say, don't let that happen. I mean, Jasper
I wonder if that's what they called in the huddle. It's like, let's see if we get them to jump, and if not, we'll just call a timeout and punt it away. But well, Jasper fell for it.
Exactly, their strategy.
Oh, they're calling it against North.
Well,
woo!
Whoa!
That changes things. So now they'll punt it now.
They'll definitely have to punt it now. So, fortunately for the Cats, they get a break there as it's the Huskies who drew the Wildcats off sides, and well, of course, they flinch first, and they will be assessed the penalty. And now it's of course 4th down, and Mickle will punt for North with Butel back for the Cats.
Well, look at the punter. He's only about 9 yards back there. So, if we could get in there, he's not going to have much space.
And here we go again. They're going to try another fake.
Well, see, that's what they should have kept an eye on. Oh, you got to make the tackle, guys.
And
Come
he makes
on.
the first down. How
Wow.
can you fall for that again?
Well, the thing is, like I said, he was lining up only about 9 yards back, so that should give you a heads up. But, man, we two or three missed tackles right there, allowed him to get that first down. I can't believe that happened again, and it worked.
So, for the second time this evening, the North Huskies faked the Wildcats out of their socks on a punt attempt, and here we are. North with the first down. They maintain possession at their own 45.
Well, last time North did that, they marched right down and got into the end zone. So we'll see if they try it again or if they're able to do it again. But, yeah, surprising that Jasper fell for that twice.
1st and 10 for the Huskies at the 45-yard line. Jones. Flag comes
Ball's down. Ball's down.
Actually, it's loose.
Jasper's
It's
got
Jasper's football. So the Cats come up with the turnover. Big break for Jasper. Dylan Robling comes up with the fumble recovery. So Robling on the recovery, and Jasper has it back at the 39.
Well, the thing is, we got great penetration into the backfield and just blew that play up before they could even make the exchange. So didn't see the numbers of who knocked it away, but outstanding job by the defense to come with a big play and get that momentum right back.
So 1st down and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Ramos.
And on the carry is going to be number 31, Caden Ramos.
Yeah, getting 54 yards in the first half, and he's got a couple decent runs so far to start this second half. So, Caden just getting better and better as this game moves forward.
6-yard pickup on the play. 2nd down and 4 at the 38-yard line. 7:03 to go in the 3rd quarter of play. Ramos again, and he will pick up. Forward progress is going to take him to about the 36-yard line, so that'll be a pickup of about 2.
Yeah, just couldn't break through the contact that time. I mean, Ramos has done a great job of that most of the night, either avoiding the contact or just making a play away from it. But Jasper in a short yardage situation is going to go under center with Max Butel right now.
Joe Heichelbeck, who's returned to action tonight, by the way, has checked in as a receiver. And there is Smith, who's checked in as a running back, and he is going to get nothing out of that. But he may just...
About a half yard.
Yeah, I was going to say they gave him forward progress of about a half a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th down now.
Well, they're going to bring Mainers back in because, again, they went with Butel under center. And what we've mostly seen when we did that is pretty well he'll keep it on a quarterback keeper or a sneak, but that time he gave it to the big fullback, and Smith wasn't able to get the yardage.
And on 4th down, Mainers throws a pass up the middle. It is caught. And that looks like it is Nate Lukemeyer. So Nate Lukemeyer, first time he called his number for the most part tonight.
14.
And he will have enough for the first down at the 28-yard line.
Yeah, it was just a really good play. Nate just got to the spot he needed to right in the middle of the field, and Mainers just threw a bullet right across the middle. So good job by Mainers finding his open man for the first down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line. Jasper in position to hopefully tie this ball game. Here's a pass. Ooh, wow, dangerous pass, and no penalty, as looked like Beckett Howsworth. Man, he got panked. I mean,
that was, you could call that targeting. I mean, for some reason, I don't know if there's a targeting rule in high school. I don't think there is, which is unbelievable because it's at every single level. But, maybe because they don't have a chance, they don't have the ability to replay it or whatever. But, man, he took a pop.
2nd down. Mainers will run. Now he'll fire. The pass is tipped, and it's intercepted. Intercepted by the Huskies. So big break for North is number 14, Darlin Walker, comes up with the interception.
All right, that's one of those plays where Mainers just has to run the football, because the play was blown up, it wasn't there, and, at the last minute he decided to kind of throw across his body, and that usually doesn't work out well for a quarterback, and obviously not in this situation.
So a promising drive for the Wildcats ends up in a disappointment on the interception by Walker. And the Huskies now have the football at the 23, 1st down and 10, 5:12 to go in the 3rd quarter. Back, fires, caught. Into the secondary is a North receiver, and he will take it all the way for the score. Number 10, Evan Garnett.
Yeah, 77-yard play right there. What we did, they basically caught the Wildcats napping because, North has been running the football pretty well all night. And so everybody keyed on the initial play being a run play. And next thing you know, the receiver sneaks away, gets behind the defense, and boom, he's all the way for a score.
And there's that possible 3-touchdown lead. As Micko will, actually that's number 13, my bad. Faulkner will attempt the extra point, and he will split the uprights to give the North Huskies a 21-7 lead with 5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. We'll be back after this on 18 WJTS.
We build Indiana. The Laborers International Union of North America are building roads and bridges to get Hoosiers where they're going today, and a new energy infrastructure that will keep Indiana competitive tomorrow. LIUNA's over 12,000 statewide members also grow local economies, earning good union wages, shopping where they live and work, and paying taxes. We build Indiana for good jobs and stronger communities. The Laborers International Union of North America. We are LIUNA.
On a 77-yard touchdown pass play to take a 21-7 lead with 5 minutes to go in the 3rd.
Yeah, Jasper's going to have to answer right here. They took advantage of a turnover, so, their 2 big plays were, taking advantage of Wildcat miscues. I mean, the one was on the field goal attempt that we weren't able to handle things there on the kick, and now they turn a interception first play, and they're in the end zone again.
Mitch Ohio looks like number 6, actually one of the up man for the Wildcats, will come up with that short kickoff, and he will take it about the 32-yard line, perhaps. 33, we'll call it. So 33-yard line is where the Cats will start. Down by 2 scores, 21-7.
Yeah, Jasper's just got to get their momentum going back the other way, so need to come up with some big plays here.
Here is Butel for about 2 or 1 maybe actually.
Tackle made by number 12, Cameron Watkins.
Cameron Watkins makes the tackle on the play. So a gain of 1. That'll bring up 2nd down and 9 at the 34. 4.5 minutes to go in the third. Jasper needs to answer quickly. I know it's still got a whole quarter yet, but still. You'd like to get that. If you're going to answer before the end of the quarter. And downfield, the pass is tipped and incomplete. He's looking for Jack Levin, but Lane coming up with the defensive play. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 9 for the Wildcats.
Yeah, the home run ball is just not Jasper's forte. I mean, we've not really seen that happen all year, whether it's drop passes or, errant throws or overthrows and all that. But, yeah, we just need to kind of get back to our bread and butter, and that's thrown across the middle of the field.
Number 52 for the Huskies, Cayman Parsons, looks like jumped off sides for the North Ball Club, and that'll walk off 5 yards to the 39. So go ahead.
The main thing is that, you can't really panic at this particular point. You're down 2 scores and all that. But you just got to get a good, solid drive here and make sure you come up with points. Defense obviously is going to have to step up on their side, but the offense has got to score here. But you don't have to score, all in one play.
Pass is complete on the near side to Lukemeyer, and that looks like it's going to be enough for a 1st down.
Yep, he was able to get there, so a good job there. And what I like about Lukemeyer in those situations is that, again, he runs the routes deep enough that if he's going to catch it, he's beyond the markers. So, he's able to get that and, just fall out of bounds, but he's got the necessary yardage. So just really impressed with what he does as a receiver.
So 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. 4 minutes to go in the 4:02 to be exact at the 43-yard line. Mainers fixed the handoff to Levin, and he going to be lucky to get it back to the line of scrimmage, and he will.
Yeah, he didn't hand it off there to Levin. I think Levin just saw a lot of green on the other side, so
said keep it.
But yeah, play was blown up. No gain at all.
2nd down and 10 now coming up at the 43-yard line. 3.5 to go in the third. Mainers fires, and it tipped. Oh, and almost coming up with it was Beckett Holsworth. That had interception first written all over it, Craig,
absolutely.
But then the Huskies were unable to haul it in, the Husky defender. And then right there was Beckett Holsworth, who almost was on Johnny on the spot, but not in this case. So
yeah, I think he was just kind of surprised the ball was there, so, it's a little too late to react to it, but yeah, very fortunate to still have a 3rd down situation here.
So 3rd and 10. Mainers dumps a pass over to Ramos, and he will make a nice move, and he's going to get a 1st down. Ramos is going to pick up about 13, maybe 14 yards, enough for a 1st down at the North 43-yard line.
I'll tell you what, though, what an outstanding cut he made to get into that open space. But, man, what a pop that we saw by Jesse Harper, number 63, because anytime you set up any type of screen, now that's a screen up the middle there, but the block's got to be executed, and a good job here by Harper.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line of the Huskies. There's Ramos under Carey. And they were there to meet him, Craig, but he was lucky to pick up maybe 1. In fact, he will pick up 1.
Yeah, again, that's all right. Just kind of come back with a run play right there. North read it well, but, we don't need to score quickly. We got plenty of time here with 2:45 on this particular drive. We just got to come up with 7 points on this series of downs.
2nd down and 9 at the 42. Pass is
He caught it.
He did catch that ball.
Yep. One-handed catch by number 27. Unbelievable defensive play.
Oh, my goodness.
Kincaid.
The Huskies everything's going their way tonight. There's no question about it. They've come to play. No, and you take away that one miscue over here on the north sideline on that 4th down and play, they've almost played a perfect game tonight, both offensively and, of course, defensively, too.
Yeah, he just made an unbelievable play there because, again, he got his hand on the football, but he just corralled it and brought it right back down. So that was an outstanding defensive play there.
So, North has it back. Big turnover for the Huskies. 2:26 to go in the third. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And that's Mainer's 3rd interception tonight.
And a handoff up the middle. And there's the ball. They're scrambling for it from the scrum, but they're going to blow the play dead. Evan Garnett was on the carry, I believe. Number 10, I'm not sure.
No,
but
actually 21.
Or was it 21? Okay. Hunter McKinney. And McKinney will take it to the 41-yard line, so that'll be a pickup of 3. 2nd down and 7. Under 2 minutes to go in the third.
Yeah, now North's mindset is just, hey, let's just keep moving the chains and all that because we got a 2-touchdown lead in the football in our hands right now, so they just need to execute their offense, and now Jasper jumps off sides.
So the Wildcats not helping themselves on a penalty right there, of course. We'll repeat 2nd down. Now give them 5 more yards. Should be up 2nd down and about 2.
2nd and 2 from the 46.
Yeah, the mistakes keep piling up for this Jasper Wildcat football team tonight. Interceptions, defensive miscues, fake punts that they allow going for 1st downs, jumping off sides, penalties. So, again, the Cats need a turnover or something to kind of change things here.
Pitch goes to number 9, Q Pauly.
The pitch was to number 9, placed on Pauly.
So Pauly will pick up maybe 1. They'll bring up 3rd down and 1 now for the Huskies. 47.
Yeah, I would think for North here, you're going to go for 2. I would think you'd go for 2, unless it's a tackle for loss, a 3 or 4 yard loss or whatever. But I would expect they're at least gonna, if they don't get it on this particular play, they'll go for it again.
So 3rd down and 1.
Too easy.
Right up the middle, and he's got the 1st down with about a couple. Well, we're actually going to.
Why they spotted it there?
That's a horrible spot if you're North.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Well,
either way, it's a 1st down.
I thought he got to about the.
I thought he got well past the 50 to maybe about the 48.
I think they're going to have to run one more play. It's a difference of about a second there.
Nice. See, you're right. 14 seconds on the clock. Or will they? Well, it's close, but
the play clock is ahead of.
Well, they're trying to say that that should be a delay of game.
That should be definitely a delay of game.
I mean, you're exactly
right.
That
game clock was at least 9/10 of a second ahead.
The Jasper players were asked to rest. Like, come on, that play clock expired probably at least a half a second before the game clock.
That is bad because there's no question that was about a 9/10 of a second difference.
And Derek Hart is out there asking what in the world's going on here.
Well, I just got done saying it. I mean, I was watching it the entire time. Oh.
Either way, that brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play with the score North 21, Jasper 7. We'll be back after this on 18 WJTS.
Southern Indiana Propane recognizes the hard work and dedication that our student athletes put forth to prepare to play their best in representation of our schools. The team at Southern Indiana Propane works to be tough on safety and easy on the pocketbook for our customers. When it comes to safety, we are the most stringent in the area because we want to do all we can to help our customers have confidence that their energy choice is a safe and efficient low-carbon option that is reliable and ready when you are. Propane, energy for everyone.
Joe Rolletta Field, Carey Schneider, Craig Schneider, Jeremy Marcos. Fourth quarter action coming up. North leading this ball game 21-7 as we head into the fourth quarter of play of football. The Huskies have it 1st and 10 at the 49. Handoff goes to number 21, Hunter McKinney. McKinney's going to pick up about maybe 3 yards to the Jasper 48.
And I'll tell you what, Hunter McKinney, he's a hard runner too. I mean, he absorbs through that contact and keeps plowing forward. So, you know, that's a play that could have been a loss of a yard, and he ends up gaining almost 3.
So 2nd down and 7 from the Jasper 48-yard line. North will be, as you can well imagine, taking their sweet time working this clock. Of course, keeping it on the ground as they normally do. Even though they did burn the Cats for a 77-yard touchdown pass play earlier. McKinney on the carry, and he will take it to about the 45-yard line and bring up 3rd down and about 4.
44-yard line. Where it's
3rd down at the 45-yard line. 3rd down and 4. So the Huskies come up with a big 3rd down play from the 45, 44-yard line. And on the carry is McKinney, and he is going to be about a yard short of the 1st down, and what is needless to say, 4 down territory for the Huskies.
Yeah, the thing is, though, North, in this situation, you just got to keep attacking the middle because that's what's been successful for them for the most part tonight with their running game. So, you know, we've seen them in these situations where they try to run something to the outside, but McKinney's just running really hard tonight, so you got to give him the football right now.
So 4th down and 1 at the 42. Under 10 minutes to go in this contest. Pitch to McKinney, and he's going to spin forward for enough for the 1st down, most likely. It's close, though. It's going to be close, but I think he's got it.
The thing is, when he spun, he was... That is just not a very generous spot for North because, you know, when he spun, he was on top of the pile, so he wasn't stopped.
And they're going to bring it out for a measurement. They're going to bring the chains out.
I mean, honestly, he easily got to the 40-yard line, so these officials, they just totally missed that because, you know, when he made that spin, he was still on top of the pile, and he was not down. So, you know, until you hit the surface, you're still up and running. So, I mean, North really got screwed on that particular play.
Well, here comes a big measurement.
And I don't think they got it. I'd be furious if I were on the north sideline right now.
Well, it's taking forever to bring that chain out, aren't they? We could have took a break. So, zoom in on there, Jedley. He has not got it.
No, he's not even close.
He does not have it. Jasper will have the football. And like I said, North is irate. North, well, they're coming out on the field like they did actually get the 1st down. Their defense or whatever, throwing their arms up and they're like
they're
that.
Just getting fired up.
Yeah, they are. I know they are. But I'm just saying, well, here's the it's time for the Cats to capitalize, Craig, as they got a break there, of course, and they will take over 1st and 10 from their own 41.
Well, we need a mistake-free drive here. No more turnovers, no more penalties. We just got to get downfield 9:21. So you don't know how many more possessions you're going to have in this football game, so it's just critical. They got to come up with a touchdown here.
They got to focus. Mainers to Levin, and boy, they got him covered. Jack was wrapped up the second he got that football, and he may have actually lost about a half a yard.
Yeah, Amon Kincaid, who had the interception, that one-handed pick, and then he read that perfectly. So, yeah, some of those plays that were working for Jasper earlier are not now.
2nd down and 10 at the 41. Mainers fires a pass downfield. It is caught by Butel, and Max Butel will take it for a 59-yard touchdown score. That's what the Wildcats needed right there.
Yeah, that's exactly what the Wildcats, with a quick score there, so that puts them right back into this football game with 8:46 on the clock. But lane number 2 just fell down for North and just left it wide open there for Butel to make an easy catch and an easy run to the end zone.
So the Wildcats strike quickly after they get the ball back on the measurement, and Aiden Truelove will attempt the extra point to try to put the Cats within 7. Kick is up, and it is good. Aiden Truelove, and look at this. We have a little exchange of words over here by Amon Kincaid and the Jasper students after that extra point kick. Either way, it's 8:46 to go in the ball game. Jasper is within a touchdown, 21-14. We'll be back after this on 18 WJTS.
Get a GM certified pre-owned vehicle now at Jubilar Chevy Cadillac in Jasper. We've got a great selection of certified vehicles on the lot and ready for you to drive home today. Each comes with a 172-point inspection and a 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. With a GM certified, you're not just buying a used car, you're buying peace of mind. And remember, at Jubilar's, you never pay dealer fees. Jubilar Chevy Cadillac in Jasper, where customers and their friends for pre-owned vehicles since 1929.
Got what they needed, Craig. They got a quick score after getting the football back to make this a one-touchdown game.
Yeah, it's definitely what we needed to be able to get back into it. So we just need the defense to make a stop here and, force a 3-and-out and just try to get that football right back in our hands so that we can try to tie this football game.
Here's Jack Neely. His kickoff will be taken at the 5-yard line by Walker. Walker still on his feet, and he will take it across the 30 and to about the 37-yard line. So nice return by Walker of about 32 yards. And the Huskies with decent field position to start a new drive leading, I should say, by a touchdown.
Yeah, this one right here, as far as the defense is, it's just going to be up front. We cannot let McKinney just get his, 4 or 5 yards a pop. And so we just really got to put some bodies on him and slow him up and force North to try to do something to the outside where they haven't had as much success.
Here is a pitch over on the left-hand side. McKinney on the carry. Okay. So number 21, Hunter McKinney on the carry. Alec Ware makes the tackle for the Wildcats, but Kenny will pick up about 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down and 5 at the 43.
Yeah, it's just what North needed right there, just to show that, hey, we still got control of the line of scrimmage, and we're going to be able to move the football the way we want to, and that's basically just giving it to our big fullback and letting him plow forward. So spread him out a little bit more on that power play going off tackle, but still came, a nice gain on 1st down.
Here is a carry up the middle by number
Q,
number 9, Q Pauly. Pauly will have enough for the 1st down, and then North will have the football at the midfield stripe. First and 10.
What North wants to do on this drive is just sustain it. They just want to make sure that clock continues to move and that they get it deep into Wildcat territory just to, if they can get this down to 4 or 3 minutes or so and they come up with any type of points, even with a field goal, because that's going to make it a 2-score game. So, North's going to want to just keep moving the ball downfield.
Up the middle. Number 21, McKinney. Alec Ware making tackle on the play for the Cats. So McKinney will pick up about 3 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 7 at the 47.
Yeah, now you're inside of 7 minutes. You're at 7:56 and 20 seconds that you can still run off that play clock here. So, all you need is 3 or 4 yards a pop, and they're getting it so far on this drive.
So the Jasper defense needs to come up with a stop and get that football back. They trail by a touchdown. 21-14 is the score. North controlling it, and he will take it to, let's see, actually to the 44. That'll bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, this is a huge 3rd down right here, because now if North gets about 2 or 3 yards, they'll probably think about it. But if Jasper can get into the backfield and knock them back, now that's going to force North to punt the football, because they're going to really want to shift the the positioning of the football on the field. But yeah, Jasper's got to either keep it to the line of scrimmage or maybe knock them for a loss on this play.
Jones under center. Hands it off to McKinney. And Kenny has pushed back, but he's going to get it to he's going to be a couple of yards short of the 1st down. So that'll bring up 4th down and 2.
Well, and I think they're going to punt it.
All right.
Yep, it looks like they're going to punt the football. Because,
or will they?
Well, well, yeah, that's true. That's true. Will they run their fake again? But, it's just one of those deals. It's like how risky you want to be, because Jasper showed on that last drive how quickly we can score. But, if you shift it and you make them, do it from about 80 or 90 yards out, that might, be a little different story.
Mickel will finally get a punt off this time. And this ball will bounce and take a beautiful bounce for North.
Punt.
Right at the 5-yard line. So you couldn't have asked for a better punt if you're North.
Well, and the thing is, though, I think with the punter is that he's got that punt run option, because right there he was looking to see if the opening was there. It wasn't, because Jasper didn't put anybody back to return the ball, so we put all 11 men on the line to prevent them from getting that 1st down on the fake. But but Jasper, they had a drive in the 1st half where they started about the same spot, so we'll just have to do the same thing. We're going to need to go 95 yards.
95 yards with 4:59 to go in this ball game for the Wildcats to tie this, perhaps. Mainers had his own goal line, in fact. And oh my gosh.
What in the world happened there?
I don't know, but it's a safety perhaps. That might be a safety.
No, they're saying he's short.
Oh, wow. Oh my God.
Goodness. I mean, it's an RPO there, but Mainers just held the ball in the running back's pouch way too long there. We're lucky we got that football back.
That could have been the ball game right there. But now he is in his end zone, and he will look and he'll fire, and he will be incomplete, as he was intended for Max Butel.
Yeah, Butel just kind of stumbled a little bit there, lost his footing. So, if he keeps his feet, he might be able to come up with that ball. But, man.
Jasper is lucky they did not get a safety on that play before. 3rd down and 14 from about the 1 foot yard line. Maynard again from the end zone. He gets pressure. He'll fire a pass. It is incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Now you got a punt from deep in your end zone.
From the back of the end zone.
Yeah. Oh, that was a mess. That was a big-time mess. The first play, started it off, you know, obviously getting knocked back there. But, yeah, Mainers, he had Levin wide open across the middle of the field, and that's usually the spot that he looks to, but he was just looking to the outside the entire time and wasn't able to make that connection. But Levin was wide open on a pass play that they've connected on 2 or 3 times tonight.
So Bryce Wills will have to punt from the back of his own end zone. North has a man back. Lane.
Not a good punt either, unless it gets a roll. Nope.
And it will roll to the, well, down at about the 30, 38.
All right, well, Jasper's got 3 timeouts. I mean, you're not going to start doing that just yet, but because you want to see if you can get them stopped on 3 plays here without getting a first down. But if they do move the chains, that's when things are going to start changing, because we're going to get inside, you know, close to that 2-minute mark and at that particular point. So really, North needs a first down or 2 to finish this ball game out.
So 1st and 10 for the Huskies. They, well, don't exactly say totally in control yet, but they have it at the Jasper 38-yard line. Pitch. Kenny.
Yeah,
and he is going to pick up about 9, if at 8 at the least. 7. Anyway, nice gain. 2nd down coming up for the Huskies. 2nd down and 3 at the 31. Under 4 minutes to go now.
You know, and that's the thing. You pitch it to a guy who really wants to win this football game. I mean, he ran hard to gain those 7 yards. I mean, it took 2 or 3 guys to really put a pop on him right there before he got to the 30-yard line. But, yeah, they get this first down, we're going to be in really deep trouble.
2nd down and 3. 3.5 to go in the ball game. Q on the carry. Q Pauly. And he's not going to pick up maybe a yard, if that.
Yeah, he didn't gain anything on that, but
the clock is running, though.
Yeah, the clock's going to run.
It'll be.
That might. I mean, obviously, you get a stop here, you're probably going to have to call a timeout. So, you know, I'm just trying to think as far as what's the best time to finally call a timeout. But yeah, you definitely, if you're going into that 4th down, you're going to have to call a timeout if you get a stop.
The main thing is hold them to a 4th down. Hold them within these 3 yards.
Yeah, he's taking it down as far as he can.
5 seconds on the play clock.
Yeah,
Kenny on the carry, 1st down.
All right, now it's tough. Now it's tough.
Now that puts the Cats in a huge predicament.
No doubt about it. You're going to have to burn your timeouts at this particular point. So let's see. Well, we're not even using them yet. So they're going to get down to almost 2 minutes before they even have to run a play.
20 seconds on the play clock. And 2:25 on the game
real
clock.
Close to 2 minutes once this plays through, because he's going to milk this down. Still got 9 minutes on that play clock.
So Jones.
Or 9 seconds.
Jones under center. Goes to McKinney. Ooh, and he's upended by number 2 for the Wildcats, Jude Peter.
Yeah, Peter really shot out of nowhere there. Now Jasper calls the timeout.
The Cats do call a timeout with 2:07 to go in this contest. They trail at 21-14. North has it 2nd down and 10 at the 27. We'll return after this on 18 WJTS.
Come to the Carpet Warehouse. Quality you can stand on.
You know they sell and install carpet, but Carpet Warehouse also specializes in hard surface floors as well. Vinyl, hardwood, laminate, and tile. Come see the many different options and get a free in-home estimate today at Carpet Warehouse, 650 Woodlawn Drive in Jasper.
Come to the Carpet Warehouse. Quality you can stand on.
Back at Alumni Stadium, 2:07 to go. 2nd down and 9 for the North Huskies at the Jasper 26-yard line. 21-14 is our score. Jasper forced to call their first time out.
Look at that. You got to get him. Ooh, knocked him out of bounds, too.
Knocked out of bounds by Levin. On the carry was Cole McBride.
But again, why is North doing that? I mean, all you got to do, you force Jasper to use their timeouts. Everything's happening up the middle of the field. Why would you sweep somebody to the outside there that's not going to go anywhere because it hasn't worked really all night? And then next thing you know, he runs out of bounds and stops the clock at 2:01. So I just don't understand that particular play.
2:01 to go. 3rd down and 8 at the 25-yard line. Oh, for a fumble. Here's the pitch. McKinney, and he spins off a tackle.
There you go.
And he's going to be brought down after maybe perhaps even losing a yard. And Jasper will call a timeout. So the Wildcats call their 2nd timeout. Leaves them with 1:54 to go. 21-14 is our score. Coming up, 4th down and 8 for the Wildcats, or excuse me, for the Huskies when we return after this on 18 WJTS.
We build Indiana. The Laborers International Union of North America builds and maintains roads, bridges, and other essential infrastructure that make us the crossroads of America. So thanks to LIUNA members' work, Hoosiers have a better quality of life, like access to utilities, easier routes to jobs, schools, or medical care. We build Indiana for good jobs and stronger communities. The Laborers International Union of North America. We are LIUNA.
Back at Alumni Stadium, 4th down and 8, 1:54 to go.
Field goal.
And they are going to line up for a field goal from the 32, so a 42-yard field goal attempt coming up here for the Huskies.
This is big.
Blocked! And it is blocked! And it is blocked, and the Cats will have it. Wow! Alec Ware came up with that block, and what a huge break perhaps for the Wildcats. 1:49 to go. They'll have the football at the 35.
Well, if anything gives us a chance, that's the thing. You know, I was kind of surprised they went for it as far as the field goal. I mean, they get it, and then it's pretty well game over because you're 2 scores up. But, you know, they hadn't attempted one all night. I don't know what kind of kicking game they have when it comes to that. So, but, yeah, kind of a risky move there by North, and so Jasper's back in the ball game here with 2 timeouts.
So the
one timeout. I'm sorry, one
timeout, and Wildcats have a chance here. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. 1:49 to play. Mainers out of the gun. Jalen fires a pass, intercepted by the Huskies.
Wow.
And still on his feet before going out of bounds is T.J. Mickle, and that could seal the deal for the North Huskies this evening.
Not a good night for Jalen Mainers. I'll tell you, I mean, all of his interceptions tonight, he's thrown 4 of them, and they're all on him. I mean, they really, really are. He's overthrown receivers. He's thrown into spots that nobody was there. And just right there, I mean, I don't know. That you know, he's an outstanding quarterback, but tonight just was not his night. So, yeah, it's just one of those unfortunate situations. But, yeah, he's just going to have to bounce back next week and just forget this football game.
And indeed, bounce back for next week as the Wildcats will be on the road for the finale of the regular season at Vincennes Lincoln. The last time the Cats will take on the Houses. We'll talk a little more about that as when we wrap things up here tonight. North will call a timeout. 1:38 to go in this ball game. 21-14 the score. The Huskies have the football when we return on 18 WJTS.
Just Whimsy on the Square in Jasper is your exclusive ladies' boutique, carrying a variety of incomparable top designers. You can select apparel from their large variety of elaborate accessories. Stop in for unique gifts like art from local artists and home decor. Think local, buy local. Just Whimsy on the Square in Jasper.
Back at Alumni Stadium, the North Huskies have the football after the 4th interception thrown this evening by Jalen Mainers. Ends a promising drive for the Cats, who had a chance to tie this ball game up. But now the Huskies will definitely go into victory formation, so to speak, as they will take a knee with 1:33 to go in the ball game.
You know, and that's the thing with Mainers. You know, you just gotta erase this football game because you know, it was going to be tough to win the conference anyway, you know, and that's always a goal. But the main thing is how we're going to play in the in the tournament coming up. And, the draw is going to be on Sunday, so we'll kind of know where we're at that particular point. But, the thing is, this is a good Jasper football team. It's a very good Jasper football team. It was just one of those nights tonight where we just weren't quite there, so we just got to erase what happened tonight. The quarterback's got to erase the mistakes he made. The line's got to erase the mistakes they made. The special teams, everybody else, come back focused this following week. Take care of Vincennes on the road. It's going to be the last time we play them, maybe ever. So, you just got to get focused on what's coming ahead. And it's just a tough loss for the Wildcats, but it's not the end of the season. So we just got to let this go and just get better and improve for the tournament coming up.
Absolutely. I mean, Craig, they always say sometimes these could be a blessing.
Right.
It's not obviously, like I said, the conference was not very much in reach. I mean, perhaps, but nonetheless, it's a disappointing loss, but it could also be, again, a blessing in disguise.
Right. Well, Jasper called timeout?
He called timeout. Go ahead. It gives us time to just go ahead what we were discussing. So, 13 seconds ago.
But like I said, I mean, tonight's a stinker. Let's face it, it was, and every single coach, every player, every fan here for the Jasper Wildcats know that, and we saw it on the football field. But this isn't indicative exactly of how good this football team is. So, it's a bump in the road, and like you said, sometimes there's a blessing in disguise. But we just need to get back more focused coming into this following week. Let's finish strong against Vincennes, and then we just really got to do some things in the tournament because, I know Heritage Hills is, they got their eye on Jasper when it comes to this tournament. So, again, we don't know where we're at in the draw and all that, and, but there's some winnable games there. And, I think this is going to be a team that can compete once we get to the postseason.
So, like I said, we still got the last 13.7 seconds to go. North, of course, will take, we'll see. Actually, it's fourth down. But
it is, yeah.
It is fourth down. So, I mean, that's obviously why the Cats called timeout.
Well, that's the thing. We can get the ball back yet. I mean, I don't understand what North's doing.
Well, now they're calling a timeout. So North is going to call a timeout.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I didn't realize it was fourth down.
Honestly, I didn't either. We were just we wrote things off, and obviously
my head's not in the game tonight either.
No, mine's kind of. I'll be the first to admit mine has not been all day. So obviously, anyway, fourth down, 16, and
so there's still a chance, I guess.
Well, let's see what happens. I mean,
that's why they're coaching and we're not.
That's exactly right. So, but North.
So, in this situation, I mean, they're gonna bring the punt team out,
and
and if that kid
if he doesn't try to
punt run option, but he had an outstanding punt that last time, knocking us all the way to the 5-yard line. And then
Levin right now is the man back, and he will go back. Normally Butel, but this time we got Jack Levin.
Well, a fake punt would be crazy in this point because you're 15 yards away. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, surely we can stop that.
Well,
but
he could run it back either too and just try to burn that clock. I mean, 13.
I'll be going for a block.
And he does get the punt away, and Levin will. He fumbled it, and he lost it, and North has it, and that will seal the Wildcats' fate with just under 5 seconds to go. Well,
Jasper's got it.
Well, they haven't made this. Nope, they're giving it to North. So they are signaling. Are they signaling? Yeah,
they're signaling North football, but Jasper's got the ball in their hands. Wow.
Oh, they got a penalty right here as number 2 for the Huskies. I'm not sure it was. I threw my roster out. But anyway, he was taunting Jasper, and their coach was running out there to yank him off the field, but was it not soon enough before he got – looks like he's going to get penalized for unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
Exactly, but still.
Yeah, well, just high school kids celebrating and –
Yeah, and this is, this is actually going to be North's first victory against Jasper in the last 7 outings since in the last, however many years, of course, since, about 5 years since the conference. But I think actually, I'm counting maybe perhaps a playoff game between the two and the years before that. But anyway, so North picking up their first victory against Jasper in the last 7 outings, as we said.
Yeah, just on that punt return there, I mean, Levin's just trying to make a play. He's trying to get a running start and just couldn't handle it. But, it was going to be tough anyway. I mean, my gosh, there was only 13 seconds or so to go there. So, but, just kind of the spoiled cherry on the top, because this game just from the start was kind of a mess for the Wildcats. But, again, erase it, move forward to next week.
So the Jasper Wildcats will fall to the Evansville North Huskies by the score of 21-14. The Wildcats will drop to 6-2. The Huskies improve to 6-2. And the Wildcats will be on the road. Of course, this is the final game, at least the final home game of the regular season. We'll wait to see how the draw turns out on Sunday. Jasper will be on the road next week at Inman Field, Georgia Inman Field in Vincennes, Lincoln, to take on the Vincennes Lincoln Alice's, their longtime rival in all sports. And interesting, of course, as everybody knows now, Vincennes Lincoln is going to be dropping out of the Southern Indiana Athletic Conference after this year. So it'll be the final game, perhaps forever, football-wise, between the Wildcats and Alice's. So the interesting thing about that is going to see how, needless to say, Craig, the Alice's are going to be ready for that game too.
Oh, they're going to be fired up. There's no doubt about it. The hatred that Vincennes has for Jasper. And, I always say when it comes to Jasper and Vincennes, they hate us more than we hate them.
Absolutely.
Like. And a lot of times that carries a lot of weight when you get into sporting events. I mean, we saw it in basketball a number of times. We've seen it in football, baseball, all sports really. But, it's just one of those things where, again, we got to come back. I mean, if we're as good a football team as we were thinking we were coming into tonight, we just really got to show it next week. And, again, you really got to win that football game next week to give you momentum going into the tournament.
So, as Craig said, momentum going into the tournament. The draw is this Sunday. Next week, of course, we'll know who the Cats will start off with when the playoffs kick off 2 weeks from tonight. And, again, in the meantime, it's the Wildcats and the Alice's Old Vincennes coming up next Friday, October 17th. That game will kick off from George Inman Field up at Vincennes Lincoln at 7:30 Jasper and, of course, Vincennes time. And we'll have it for you next Saturday morning at 10 o'clock and Sunday at 7 o'clock here on 18 WJTS. For Craig Schneider and Jeremy Marcos, I'm Carey Schneider. Once again, the final score, Evansville North 21, Jasper 14. So long, everybody.
The preceding was a special presentation by 18 WJTS TV. High school football on WJTS is proudly brought to you by Southern Indiana Propane, Liuna Indiana Laborers District Council, Eubelor & Son Chevy Cadillac Toyota, DuBois County Tire, Carpet Warehouse, Maringer Plumbing, Heating and Air Conditioning, Just Whimsy, and 18 WJTS, a DC broadcasting company. Thank you for watching.